So what do you do when you have a plan and you think the plan's in place, and then when it comes time to execute the plan, everything goes awry? How do you deal with that situation? Because this happened to me this morning. I had a plan of how I wanted to start my day, the normal way that I start my day. And I like to start in a positive way, thinking about the things that I'm going to do and really focusing on how I want that day to flow and what time I want to shoot videos and when I have meetings and emails that I have to do and marketing, all of these different things. I have that kind of mapped out throughout the day, so I have a pace. I even go to the gym normally at lunchtime. I have a pace to the whole day, the whole flow of the day. But today started out with crisis right away. I had to go into crisis mode, into problem-solving mode. So the first thing that I had to do, I couldn't start my day out in a positive, energetic way. I started my day kind of pissed off. I was really pissed off because what I thought was in place, it should have been just a smooth flow for the day. I found out it wasn't in place at all. Somebody had changed what they were supposed to do as far as my plan goes and their part of it. And I had to get re-involved first thing in the morning. This is at 6:30 in the morning. I had to get involved on phone calls, doing emails, trying to figure out, okay, how do we get this thing back on track? Because it has to start happening today, because it has to be finished by the end of the week. Today is already Tuesday when I'm filming this. So I had a short deadline, and the things that were supposed to be in place, they weren't even started. So first thing I did is I addressed the problem. And I was upset. I was angry. I addressed the problem with a couple of the team members that could actually start getting it executed and getting the ball moving. And then I had to kind of calm myself down and just talk myself through it. You ever have that where you're kind of talking to yourself and rationalizing the logic and the reasons why something is going and what should have happened and how it can be better for next time, and really I had to start trying to see from the other people's perspective to understand how the communication breakdown came to be and why it was so hard for them to see from my perspective what should have happened and why, you can't just not do it and put it off, because basically they were going to put it off for 2 weeks, but we have to have it done by Friday. So there was a big disconnect, and I had to start to calm down and really start looking at it from other people's perspective to see what part of the communication on my part fell apart and what part of this issue was my responsibility and then what pieces were other people's responsibility. And so I had to take account, and my part was small because when I started looking through it, I had done almost everything I should have done. The only thing maybe I didn't do was push harder to really stress this had to be in place, and to find out if there's a piece of information that was missing, what was that information and how is that stopping from getting this thing started? Because the piece of information that they were looking for is something that they could figure out today, tomorrow, and still have it done, but they had to get it started. They were supposed to start it yesterday. So by the time I found out it wasn't started, that's where the crisis mode came into place. But I also had to realize that, we're all human. We all make mistakes. I'm not perfect either. I make mistakes, maybe not so much on this one, but I made mistakes before, which was all my fault. And the team helped me to fix it, helped me to get things back on track. So I have to give grace as well, because they gave grace to me when I had that situation when it was 100% my fault. And we still got it fixed, and we got it corrected and got the thing done when we were supposed to do. So I always have to remember that we're all human. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. Sometimes things break down. It's not that when things break down, it's the end of the world. It's, okay, how do we fix it? How do we fix it right now? And then how do we kind of learn from this so that we can get better at it for next time? And that's what it's really about when you're running into the crisis mode. And then it's like, how do you get back on track? So everything that I was supposed to do in the morning, it really just shifted to the afternoon. I was still able to go to the gym at my lunch break, and it was really a help for me to clear my mind and really start to look at, okay, now my afternoon is going to be different. My afternoon is probably going to run into the evening, where normally it's finished by 5 o'clock. It's probably going to run into the evening, 6 or 7 o'clock, but I'm still going to get everything done that I plan to get done, and I'm going to be back to stress-free, which I am now, because I really let go of the drama of it and looked at, how we fixed it. And I was very proud of how everybody came together and got the thing moving and got us back on track. So we're going to hit that deadline with ease on Friday, and everybody's going to be able to go into the weekend feeling good and enjoying themselves. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Like I said, I have a link in the description for helpful things. I got free trainings, books. I have, links to my website. So check out those links. You can find a lot of cool things there. Watch other videos, like and share and subscribe to this channel, and share this video. And let me know in the comments how you deal with crisis and how you deal with things that don't go as according to plan, and how do you really work with your team to try to get back on plan. So that's it for this one. And until next time, you heard?